What's up, guys? Hope you are well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of a deep dive for you into what I've just been working on this week. And I have got a warning for you. This is not going to be pretty. It's not got clean presentation. Some of the parts might not make sense, but this is literally just what I've been putting together, what I've been working on. And so if you want me to do a proper structured workshop on it, like a live workshop where I show you guys what to do at each and every single stage, let me know down in the chat and I'll put together that full workshop. We can have a proper coaching call. But I just want to kind of walk you through what I've been doing, why I've been doing it, and the way that I've been doing it, because I think some of you are really going to be helped by this. So the first thing I want to do is I want to go and I'm going to take out this menu, and I'm basically, you see what I mean when I tell you it's not going to be like a professional thing. I'm literally just going to take you step by step through these video ads. I'm going to show you what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, that sort of thing. All right. So the first things first, I'm going to show you how to record and how to make these video ads. And the first question that you probably have is, Devon, why video ads? Because I mean, Google search ads are great. I get to find buyers when they're searching. Why would I want to run a video ad? The main reason is this: cost. If we look at your Google costs year over year, your clicks are going to get more and more expensive. So to give you an example, I've got this campaign over here. Let me just go and find it. I'd rather do it this way over here. So on and so forth. Oh, I'll just search for it here. Sometimes I forget I have a search function. So I'm going to go into this campaign over here, and you can see over here, I've spent, if we just go to all time, I've spent $36 just to get one conversion, right? And if we look at the time period, this is about 2023, right? So what this means is if I ran the same exact campaign now, I'd probably be spending close to $50 just to get the same conversion. And this is the problem, because as you run your Google ads, oh, leave me alone. As you run your Google ads, year over year, this has been measured, by the way, it's not just me, it's been measured across multiple accounts. Your ad cost is always going to get 13% more expensive year on year. And so yes, search ads are great, but the clicks are getting more expensive. So what we want to do is we want to go into mixing it up a bit and having some of our budget towards search ads, but video ads as well. So to give you an example of a video ad that's actually performing quite nicely for us, if I show you this one over here, we've had 15 conversions on our ad. Cost per conversion is about $11, right? And you can see that this is during the same exact time when that ad was running. So not only am I getting more conversions over here, but if I look at my cost over here, I'm spending $164 and I'm getting 15 customers versus the other ad where I had to spend $36 and I only got one customer. That's about as chalk and cheese as I can put it for you. And although this conversion rate might be lower, it doesn't matter, because my cost per lead is ultimately what happens. It's ultimately what makes my ads run or my ads not be able to run. All right, cool. And if you see this account balance overdue, payment won't be charged, don't worry, we'll sort that out. I'm just like I said, I'm just jumping into my ads account because I really want to put something quickly together for you. So I didn't have time to make sure that everything is fine. All right, so that's why we want to run the YouTube ads, or that's why we want to run the video ads, right? Now, some of you might ask, yeah, but Devon, what does this actually look like? What type of ad, what does this actually look like? Okay, so let's see if we can quickly find you an example of a video ad over here. So I'm going to go here. Let's see, can I log out? If I can't log out, let me just see if I can find something that is just super easy to show what that might look like. Okay, give me a second over here. Yeah, I think I might not be able to do this because this particular account doesn't have has YouTube Premium. So I'll switch back to that and I'll show you that towards the end. I just don't want to lose this document by switching Google accounts. All right, so the equipment that you need is literally your smartphone. Okay, you need a smartphone and you need a window with good light. I don't have any light on me right now. There's no professional light. You just need a window with good light. Okay, that's the only two things you need: smartphone, window with good light. All right. And the next thing you want to do is you want to have a product or service in mind. Now, for me, I've been working on this Google Ads setup cheat sheet. I think I mentioned it in the previous coaching calls as well. This is my little Google Ads setup cheat sheet. I'm selling it for $10. So if I get a lead for $5 and sell it for $10, I make $5. I'm more than happy with that. You can also use it to sell a $400 product or $2,000 product. Video ads are cool because they can apply to multiple different types of products, right? It's just, this is the fastest way for me to see if these video ads are going to work out for me. All right. So once that's done, we need to talk a little bit about money. Now, some of your questions might be, Devon, should I spend all of my budget on these video ads because you say they're good? Or should I put some of my budget there? How much money should I spend? Well, typically I recommend that if you are spending $100 a day, you can take $20 of that money and put it towards video ads. I don't recommend you spend the full $100 on the video ads. Why? Because you don't have any proof that they work yet. You don't have any proof that they're making you money. So for you to go and take all of your ad budget from search ads, which are more likely to convert, to video ads, definitely not, at least not in the beginning. But once you see that they work, now it's game on. And then you can definitely go and you can spend all of your money there if you see that the cost per conversion is better. So for example, with that same ad that I had over here, I might as well have taken the extra money that I spent on that ad and I might as well chucked it in the YouTube ads once I saw that the YouTube ads were working. But I had to see that they were working. So hindsight is 2020. All right, so we've talked about the setup and what you're going to need. The next thing we need to do is we need to talk about how you actually make the ad, right? Now, the fastest way to do this is to go to ChatGTP and ask it to create a couple of ad scripts for you. So I'll show you the prompt that I had. So it's literally, let me just start at the beginning. Oh my gosh, I went up. Add, copy paste, blah 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 blah. Okay, there we go. It starts over here. All right, so basically what I did is I said I'm recording some Facebook videos for a setup cheat sheet today. And in your case, you'd say I'm recording some YouTube ads or whatever. And you can say I need 11 hooks and different angles to approach my scripts from. And here is the crucial information. So what I did is I copied all of my landing page wording. As you can see, all of this wording here, I took all of this wording, right? And I copied it into a Google Doc. So if I had to duplicate this and I had to go file, new, I would take all of this wording over here and I would literally go, this is the page header, and I would just start copying in all of this ad copy, right? Sometimes ChatGTP can scan the page for you, but what I always notice is when it scans the page, the results are actually worse. And then I would say next section, and then I would literally go and just copy all of the wording. And luckily for me, it's kind of a short product, right? And so once I did that, okay, I then go back to ChatGTP and I say to ChatGTP, hey, I want you to write me a couple of scripts. Here's the landing page wording that I pasted in over there. And now what ChatGTP is doing is it's going to come up with a whole bunch of hooks. So some of you might say, yeah, but Devon, what are hooks? If you can think about hooks, it's just a specific angle that we're taking in that ad. So for example, let's say you are a fitness instructor and you need to do a fitness ad. You can start all of your ads by saying, hey, want to lose weight? The next ad, hey, want to lose weight? The next ad, hey, want to lose weight? But a smarter way would be for you to start your ads in a different way. So the first time you could say, hey, if you want to lose weight in 15 days, this is what worked for one of my clients, Dave, and I know it's going to work for you. That's a hook. The second ad, you could start a little bit differently. You could say something like, I lost 35 pounds in 5 days without any diet, and I'm going to show you how. That's a powerful hook, but that's another way. So all this is doing is it's coming up with different hooks, different ways of saying the same thing and selling the same product. I'm not selling any different product over here. I'm selling the same product. I'm just coming up with different angles to sell it, right? This is very important. Now, I asked it to come up with about 11 hooks. And what I'm doing is I'm choosing the ones that I think will work for my particular product, for the setup cheat sheet. So for example, you're losing money. That's a very good one for a setup cheat sheet. Do it like a pro. Not really that good, so I'm not going to take it. The time saver hook, maybe. The secret sauce hook, maybe. So I'm just going through these and I'm just picking the ones that I like, okay? Now, once I do that, all right, I can now go and I can ask it, and you can see I'm prompting it again, and I'm telling it I want about 30 to 45 seconds in length, and these are ideal for Facebook ads. And the reason why I'm putting Facebook ads in the prompt so much is because I'm going to take these YouTube ads. If they make me a ton of money on YouTube, I'm just going to copy paste those ads and put them into a Facebook ad and run it, make a ton of money there. I'm then going to take that and copy paste it and then put it on TikTok. So I don't want to have to create an ad for YouTube, then recreate the ad for Facebook, then recreate the ad for TikTok, then recreate it for Instagram. And I just want a base that I can work from. And that's why I'm using Facebook ads as that base. All right. So once I do that, ChatGTP is kind of laying out the structure for me. And here's the most important part. They're going to give me the script. Okay. So to give you an idea of what it would look like when I perform the script, if I go to, I've got so many windows open. If I go here, I hope this sound plays. If not, you can just go and play. What I've done is I've copy pasted every single step in the process. Okay, so start here. Start with the first ad blooper. Okay, and what I'm doing is I'm just sitting in front of the camera and I'm just trying to say the script. I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm just trying to say the script. And you're going to laugh when you watch this video. So let's watch it together. Hopefully this sound. 1, 2, 3, 4. If your Google ads aren't set up right, you're probably wasting money every single day. Now, I've helped over 10,000 leads. All right. So as you can see, I got it completely wrong. So I'm trying this, and I'm trying it for about 10, 15, 20, sometimes 25 minutes, sometimes even 45 minutes. And I'm trying to just to get these lines memorized, and I'm trying to just say the script as closely as possibly. Now, here's the thing. You don't have to memorize the entire script word for word and say it word for word into a camera. Don't do that. You're going to go crazy. Instead, what I want you to do is slowly go through the script. Remember the important parts, remember the punchy parts, and just make sure you perform that on camera. So I'm just practicing this for the next 10 minutes. I'm talking to the camera or the smartphone, and I'm just trying to do it. This was recorded on a smartphone, by the way. Don't worry about the mic. I'll explain the mic a little bit later, but this was recorded on a smartphone. Don't let the mic fool you. All right. So then now I finished the ad. Okay. So this is like the polished version, not the fully polished version, but this is now the video that's coming off my camera, off my smartphone. 1, 2, 3, 4. If your Google ads aren't set up properly, you're probably wasting money every single day. Now, I've helped entrepreneurs generate over 10,000 leads, and most of the times when we do the campaigns or we go through the ad settings, there's always something wrong. And this is why I know ad settings are crucial, because if you have the wrong ad settings, you're just going to keep on losing money and losing money and losing more money. So
what I've done is I've taken all of my best ad settings. I've taken the ones that made the crucial difference to my clients, and I put it in a really easy to follow checklist. And here's the best thing. We cover bidding strategies, we cover keywords, and there's even little videos inside that show you exactly what to do when you're setting up the ad. Now, when you follow this checklist, there's going to be 22 steps, and you could be done with your ad, setting it up properly in just 5 minutes. So, download the guide at the link below and stop wasting budget.
All right, so you'll notice something. When I finished the ad, I said stop wasting budget. But you'll see here on the last line, it said get access to the Google Ads setup cheat sheet and set up your campaign like a pro. I didn't say that. I said stop losing budget. So this is what I mean by you don't have to follow it word for word. What's more important is your energy and how you're coming across on camera. So the most important thing is just remember the outline of the script, but you don't have to know the script word for word. And you'll also notice this when you're listening to this video in the community, you're going to hear that there's an echo in the room. You're also going to notice that there's no editing. It's just a normal video. And it's perfect to just run that type of video. You don't have to always edit your video and make it the best that you can. I'm a YouTuber, so I kind of know a couple of things in the editing software. But the point is not to make a Hollywood movie. Because remember, you don't even know if this ad is going to bring you a client yet. So spend as little time on polishing the ad as properly. Spend more time on polishing your performance on camera, because that's really what matters. All right, so now that that's done, I'm going to take the ad and I'm going to put it back into the video editing software. Okay, so let's see where we are with our little steps. Just close this window. Let me make sure that I'm closing some of these windows. All right, so we talked about the ad hooks and we talked about recording the ad hooks. All right, so now let's talk about editing the video. All right, so what I'm going to do then is I'm going to take the video and I'm just going to put it into my editing software. Okay, now once I put it into the editing software, I am going to, let me just get my editing software started up. Hopefully I can get it on the screen. So that's DaVinci Resolve. Let me just wait till it opens. Okay, cool. All right, so I'm just gonna get technical for like 30 seconds, but I think it's important that we all can see what's up over here. All right, so it's in the video editing software. Now, the main thing I want to show you in the video editing software is I'm taking the sound from the cell phone camera and I'm hooking it up to the sound in my microphone. Okay, so my mic is recording and my smartphone is recording at the same time. And what that means is I get a good image, right, from the smartphone, but I also get better sound with less echo from the microphone. And that's why I'm using the microphone. So that's the only thing that I wanted to show you. And then obviously I'm putting a couple of edits here and I'm just making sure that maybe when I talk about the setup cheat sheet, I show the screen with Google Ads settings. When I emphasize a point that it's just cutting closer to my screen, I also had a videographer come in, a photographer, and just take a couple of shots of me on the phone with the setup cheat sheet, and also take a shot of me talking to my friend in front of the laptop so that we can have a little bit more B-roll to put in the ad. Once again, the stuff is not necessary, but it does help sell the idea of the setup cheat sheet more. And I'm also going to use this B-roll in my YouTube videos, in my other ads. So I know I can record this stuff. I can pay a videographer. I think I paid him like $25. And I know I'm going to keep this stuff forever. So once that's done, I'm going to now go and I'm going to export the video because I know the sound is now going to be much better. All right. So we need to now move on to that part. Okay. So I've edited the ad. I've exported the ad, right? Once I do that, that's this ad that you're going to see here where it says the first ad after video editing. So now when I push play on this ad, you'll notice something. If your Google Ads aren't set up properly, you're probably wasting money every single day. Now, I've helped entrepreneurs generate over
10,000 leads.
Do you see how we cut a little bit of B-roll in there? There's a little bit of extra imagery in there. Nothing crazy. You should be able to edit this in 15 minutes and then walk away from the PC. All right? Or at least 40 minutes. Let me be lenient. 40 minutes, okay? So nothing crazy. Now, once that's done, I've got the ad, but you'll notice something. When I play the ad, Google Ads aren't set up properly. There's no captions on the screen. And we need those little captions because some people, they don't put volume. They just look at the screen, they look at the video, but they don't put volume on. It's a very new generation thing to do, but this is how people enjoy social media these days. I don't know how, but my girlfriend does it as well. They don't put on the volume at all. So what we need to do is we need to make it so that when somebody doesn't put on the volume, they see the wording. And that's what you need Opus Clips for. Now, Opus Clips, just to give you an overview of what it is, this is kind of the place where you can come and just make a video. Oh man, sorry about that. This is literally a place you can come and you can basically just upload the video, and what it's going to do is it's going to add captions to the video. So you literally go here, you click on upload, you find the video you want to upload. When you click on video, it's going to say open, and then you'll notice it'll upload, and then eventually it'll ask you what captions do you want to create, what style of captions you want to create, and at the end you're going to end up with a video that looks like this. So when I push play over here, Google Ads on budgets as small as $1. Do you see how these white and green wording starts coming on the screen? Those are basically my captions. I didn't have to do anything crazy. I literally just uploaded the video to Opus Clips. It made the captions, and I just need to make sure the spelling is correct. After that is done, I click on download HT, and now I export the video, okay? If your Google Ads aren't set up properly, you're probably wasting money every single day. Now, I've helped entrepreneurs generate over 10,000 leads, and most of the times when we do the campaigns or we go through the ad settings, there's always something wrong. And this is why I know ad settings are crucial, because if you have the wrong ad settings, you're just going to keep on losing money and losing money and losing more money. So what I've done is I've taken all of my best ad settings. I've taken the ones that made the crucial difference to my clients, and I put it in a really easy to follow checklist. And here's the best thing. We cover bidding strategies, we cover keywords, and there's even little videos inside that show you exactly what to do when you're setting up the ad. Now, when you follow this checklist, there's going to be 22 steps, and you could be done with your ad, setting it up properly in just 5 minutes. So download the guide at the link below and stop wasting budget. So that's the whole process of creation for one video. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create 4 ads just like this. And I'm just going to keep on running this process of creation. So now I've recorded the hooks. I've edited the ad. I've uploaded to export to Opus Clips. And now I exported the video. And now the final step is going to be actually making the ad. So if you guys want to see me do a video of making the ad and creating the ad inside of Google, or creating a demand gen ad inside of Google, or a YouTube ad inside of Google, let me know and we'll sit together. I just thought I'd show you this because I thought it's really cool how everything comes together. And also, if you're wondering, my plan is to do 11 of these ads. I've done about 4. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all 4 into the community so you can see them, and I'll put maybe some bloopers as well. I'll put one blooper and the final version of each video so you can see what they look like. And the reason why we're doing this, guys, is just to get a cheaper lead at the end of the day. Just to get a cheaper lead, because if we can get customers in for cheap, that means our profit margins are going to be higher. That means we get to take more money home. That's the only reason why it's worth doing all of this work. And if some of you are saying, yeah, but Devon, this sounds like a lot of work. There are people who have made one video ad. The video ad's gone on to make them 1.5 million, 2 million, 3 million, and they never had to make another video ad in 2.5 years, 3 years. So yes, it's a lot of work, but once you find that ad with the good hook, you can use that forever. You can really use it forever. And you don't have to work anymore because you know the creative is good. It's getting you clients and you can relax. So the question you really need to ask yourself is, would you mind putting in 3 days of hard work for 3 years of rest, I definitely would. I wouldn't mind at all. And that's why I'm more than happy to do this. So if you have any questions, let me know. Also, if you want to book one-on-one coaching calls with me and let me show you how I do everything like this step by step, you're more than welcome to do that as well. Also, if you have questions, bring them onto the coaching call. I know the next week's one might be quiet, but please let me know down in the comment sections all of your questions. I'll make sure I answer as much as possible, and maybe we'll turn this into a proper live workshop. All right, my friends, have a great weekend, and I'll chat to you next week, Tuesday. Cheers. Bye.